Forces successfully hit an oil refinery in the Russian town of Kosovo. Details of these and more we come to you shortly. To stay with us. Another news info. The Federal Capital Territory High Court on Wednesday adjourned trial in the alleged money laundering case against the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, to 3rd, 24th April and 6th May 2024. Justice Marian Aneni adjourned the case for continuation of hearing after the first witness, Fabian Nwora, a property developer, was called to testify. Correspondent Kulujo reports that when the matter was called for hearing, the prosecution counsel Kemi Pinheiro San informed the court that he had 5 witnesses to call for the day. However, Justice Marian Aneni said she could only take 1 witness as she had other things lined up. The court also announced that it will not be sitting tomorrow as previously scheduled. Counsel for the first and second defendant, Joseph Daudu San, however, informed the court that the prosecution had not made a statement on oath of the second defendant available to the defense team. He said he was aware that the first defendant had not made any statement yet. Daudu San also objected to the witness presented by the prosecution, arguing that the defendant had no prior knowledge of the witness and were only seeing him in court for the first time. Members of the hashtag End Bad Governance Now on Wednesday stormed the Federal High Court in Abuja, demanded the release of the remaining 11 suspects facing trial in the court. The protesters, with banners of various inscriptions, said since the last time the suspects were brought to court, nothing has been heard about the matter. Correspondent Kulujo reports that the protesters, led by NOB, converged on the entrance to the Federal High Court in Abuja, despite heavy presence of security operatives. The protesters demanded immediate and unconditional release of the suspect, as well as a termination of all charges brought against them by the federal government. Not only that, the protesters condemned the arrest, detention and arraignment of the former presidential candidate and activist Omoyele Sowore, saying he should not be prosecuted for speaking the truth.
We are waiting for when they will bring another date. We need to mobilize Nigerians.
And this is not the first time.
This is not the first time. The last time they adjusted it, we don't know the new date that they are going to put for the Abuja 11. We are waiting for the time that they will bring it. We ask Nigerians to support these young people who have been thrown to jail because of hunger, because they dare to query, because they
demand for good governance.
Because they dare to say government must do better. And so, when we are asking that the government should do better, we don't have a choice as Nigerians because we are patriotic Nigerians.
The protesters also criticized the economic policies of the Tinubu-led administration, saying this has impoverished many Nigerians who are now living in penury. Also, the Federal High Court sitting in Ado-Ekiti has struck out the criminal defamation suit against human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi by the founder of Afe Babalola University Ado-Ekiti, Are Afe Babalola. The decision of the court followed a notice of discontinuance filed to the court by the police prosecutor Samson Osubo. Justice Babs Kumi thereby struck out the suit. Recall that Are Afe Babalola had earlier pardoned Farotimi on Sunday evening after the intervention of Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunsi, and the other prominent Yoruba Obas. The police prosecutor filed a notice of discontinuance dated 29 January 2025 to withdraw the defamation suit against the Lagos-based human rights activist. Speaking with journalists shortly after the court ruling, the lawyer of the defendant, Adeyinka Olumide Fusika San, said Dele Farotimi agreed to the notice of discontinuance, adding that they are waiting for other cases in other courts.
The
case here, we have served with a notice of discontinuance this morning, and we accepted it, and the case has been struck out. This particular one has been struck out, so we wait action on other ones. There's still one at Advocate Magistrate Court. There's one at Abuja. There's another one in Port Harcourt. There's another one in Ibadan. There's another one in Abeokuta. So until we see what happens in those ones before we can make any comment on anything.
The Trump administration has paused funding for HIV treatment programs, amongst others, in developing countries, with Nigeria inclusive, for 90 days. This directive stems from President Trump's executive order on foreign aid, in which all government divisions with foreign development assistance programs have been ordered to stop disbursing funds. Right now we have Obere Lawrence Madubuchi, who is a public affairs commentator, a development consultant, and the founder of Reset Nigeria, who joins us virtually. Thank you so much for being part of the news at this time. Once again, thank you so much for being part of the news, Mr. Obere. All right, we would get to come back to him and now to carry on the rest of the stories. An under construction two-story building caved in and collapsed at North Vulture Estate, Chevron. The immediate cause of the incident remains unknown for now, pending the conclusion of ongoing investigation. Unfortunately, 2 adults were confirmed dead, while 4 adult males were seriously injured and have been transported to the hospital. Through the use of heavy-duty equipment deployed by LASEMA alongside assistance by other common stakeholders, the victims trapped under the rubble were rescued. Meanwhile, the search and rescue operation continues at the site of the incident to ensure no one remains trapped under the collapsed building. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, has expressed concern over the prolonged delay in conducting a national population census in Nigeria, emphasizing that it is crucial for establishing the country's true numerical strength. Speaking in Abuja during a courtesy visit by the Board and Management of the National Population Commission (NPC), Speaker Abbas reiterated his support for President Bola Tinubu's directive for a biometric-based census. He described the head count as long overdue and essential for accurate demographic data. The NPC delegation, led by its chairman, Honorable Nasir Isa Kwara, and Director General Dr. Ojogun Telson Osifo, informed the Speaker that President Tinubu had approved the biometric census to take place in 2025. In response, Abbas stressed the importance of the exercise, stating it is unacceptable for a country as large as Nigeria to go 19 years without a population census. You're still on to Galaxy News. We'll quickly take a break, and when we return, the news continues. Just stay with us. We're glad to have you back now. For more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with us on our X handle with Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GalaxyTVNews. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GalaxyTV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live update and comment, as you can easily scan our IG QR code. Governors of the 6 South states in the country have risen from their one-day meeting in Yenagoa with a resolve to support the ongoing controversial tax reforms of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. In a 7-point communique at the end of the deliberations in the Bayelsa State capital, the governors argued that the tax reforms currently before the National Assembly was good with great economic potentials for the Nigerian nation. In the final analysis, our correspondent Dele Fasan completes the story.
The South governors will converge at the Bayelsa State Government House in Yenagoa with the sole aim of a united front under the leadership of the Bayelsa State Governor Doye Diri after a closed-door meeting, perhaps on a collaborative effort to boost the economy and security architecture of the South region.
The forum forged a collaborative pathway forward amongst the states of the region, emphasizing the importance of unity in our collective efforts to achieve shared goals. The forum further talked about to establish a robust structural regional security.
Speaking on the well-being of the people, the chairman of the forum assures their commitment to the growth of the region.
The governors representing the states that form the South-South geopolitical region of Nigeria are committed to collaborative governance, ensuring the well-being of our people and advancing sustainable development. The forum resolved to 1. Extend our heartfelt appreciation to Mr. President, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his steadfast support and commitment that led to the emergence of our esteemed son, His Excellency Senator Godswill Obot Akpabio, GCON, as President of the Senate.
5 governors from the South region were in attendance at the gathering, with the exception of the Edo State Governor, Governor Monday Okpebholo. From Bayelsa State, Dele Fasan reporting for Galaxy TV News.
There is tension in the main opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP) as 2 national secretaries are currently attending the Board of Trustees BOT meeting holding on Wednesday. The position of the national secretary has been a bone of contention since Senator Samuel Anyanwu won the PDP governorship primaries to contest for the Imo governorship election. In his absence, the Southeast stakeholders met in Enugu last year and adopted Sunday Ude Okoye as National Secretary. But after losing the election, effort by Samuel Anyanwu to come back to his position has been an issue of litigation. However, thugs loyal to the Anyanwu, forced Ude Okoye out of the meeting, leading to altercations. Ude Okoye was seen shouting and urging his men to come inside and stop his ejection. Correspondent Nabuchi Okinabuchi, who is monitoring events at PDP, reports that Ude Okoye is still out of the meeting while the meeting is still ongoing. The Nigerian Employers Consultative Association (NECCA) has commended the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) for the launch of the Nigerian Foreign Exchange Code, describing it as a strategic policy initiative aimed at enhancing transparency, ethical conduct and governance in Nigeria's FX market. Diwali Smart Oyerinde, Director General of the NECA, said the introduction of the FX code is a commendable step towards enhancing transparency, integrity and professionalism in Nigeria's foreign exchange market. And this aligns with NECA's advocacy for policies that foster a conducive business environment and economic stability. He further emphasized that the FX code will not only promote ethical conduct among market participants, but also bolster investors' confidence, which is crucial for economic growth. NECA encouraged all stakeholders to familiarize themselves with the provisions of the FX code and ensure full compliance to achieve its objectives. While NECA commends the CBN for its progressive move, Oyerinde emphasized that the success of the FX code will depend on effective implementation and stakeholders' buy-in. Nigerians are calling on the federal government to quickly address the issue of hike in electricity tariff and other the discourse to revert to old rates. They also frown at a 5,000 naira minimum rate for purchase of electricity unit for Band A consumers as illegal. Shegun Falomo Falzon, this report for Ibadan.
In April 2024, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NEC) approved a 300% increment in electricity tariffs for Band A consumers. The implementation has already begun, which is generating reactions and further adding to the hardship Nigerians are currently facing with prices of fuel, hike in telecom services, and electricity hike. The recent new policy of the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company (IBDEC), which stipulates that all electricity consumers within its coverage area will not be allowed to recharge or purchase electricity whose worth is less than 5,000.
The IBDEC is introducing the policy of minimum allowable recharge for customers, and we needed to condemn that in strict terms. Because number one, we believe that the Electricity Act does not empower a distribution company to impose on its customers how much electricity the customer can purchase. And that's number one. Number two, we believe that with the current economic crisis in the country, that would be a double tragedy to deprive an average Oyo State citizen the rights to electricity.
Nigerians, however, calls for immediate reversal and urges electricity consumers to commence mobilization across communities with a view to resist the obnoxious policy. The policy is also tantamount to an infringement on the fundamental rights to freedom of choice that every Nigerian electricity consumer has the right to decide the quantity of electricity to be bought as stipulated in the Electricity Act.
I think at this present moment, I don't think that's the right thing to be done. The government need to intervene. Thank God the discos, they are not autonomous, they are not fully autonomous. Government still put fund there, government still put resources there. I think the government need to, if it's going to be in form of subsidy, let government pay. I think the government should alleviate pain and work and poverty in the country, not add it to it. The bottom line is this, my argument is this, my submission is this: let the government give subsidy to work to this so that they will not jack up their tariff.
From Ibadan, Shegun Falomo reporting for Galaxy TV News.
And now move over to the foreign desk for more news.
This is news from the international scene. Ukraine says its forces successfully hit an oil refinery in the Russian town of Kustovo, around 800 kilometers from the front line in eastern Ukraine. 4 drones hit a Lukoil company depot, Ukrainian media said, adding that the facility suffered significant damage. Videos posted on social media showed large flames rising over an industrial facility. Regional Governor Gleb Nikitin said that drone debris had fallen over the industrial zone and that no casualty had been reported at the scene. Separately, the governor of the region of Smolensk, Vasily Anokin, said on Telegram that a massive drone attack against civilian infrastructure had occurred in his region, although no casualties were immediately reported. Anokin said one of the drones had been shot down when attempting to hit a nuclear power facility. Newsmen have not been able to verify this information independently. A mother and a toddler were killed in the border region of Belgorod, which has come under frequent attack from Ukraine since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion in February 2022. Yeshilav Gladkov, the governor of Belgorod region, said another child and his father were also injured in the strike. The strike on Kostov, Smolensk and Belgorod were part of a larger overnight attack in which Russia said it brought down more than 100 Ukrainian drones and which led to the airports of St. Petersburg and Kazan to suspend operations overnight.
And that's all we have on Galaxy News. Thank you so much for being a part of the news. My name is Nenwar Gimazaka. Do join us by 9 p.m. for more news. Goodbye.